everybody, how y'all doing today? Today we're going to be talking about Infraspace. I got this with the Humble Bundle last month, and I think it's a pretty good game, but let's dive into it a little bit. When you first start it up, you get to actually, pick out your game difficulty and the transport difficulty, and then you get to choose your landing spot. I usually go with the randomly generated map so that it just kind of throws whatever it's going to throw at you. They have of course, it's a little cutscene before you actually get to play. I'll let you listen to that.
Expanded on Earth. The rise of exocolonies allowed humans to take life beyond natural boundaries. But technology,
this little
humans,
scene takes freaking forever.
The passenger ship Antares was carrying thousands of colonists when a pressure valve overheated and failed, changing the destination of the warp jump. Light years from home, the damaged ship now sits stranded. The crew lacks the materials necessary to repair Antares, but a nearby exoplanet is looking promising. Nepper 3. A planet with plenty of mineral deposits on the surface. In order to survive, they need to establish a settlement here and start mining for resources. It was human ingenuity that got them this far, and to continue on this journey, they will have to rely on it once more. The mission will not be easy.
It's kind of neat, the little story that they put together for you. It's pretty interesting, and then you have to repair the ship as you go along. Alright, here we go. We're going to be able to start here in a minute. Now, I will say that this game it's kind of simple in that it doesn't have as many. The tech tree doesn't go as deep as a lot of other games go. They have the basic tutorial where you start, which is awesome. The first thing you have to get is your sulfur mine all straightened out, and usually you got to look throughout the map to kind of find where it is. This one, it was. This map I was pretty lucky that it was just like centrally and right there at the start. So you get your sulfur mine going, and then from there it'll just work on to, connecting that to other different things that you need to connect it to. Of course, everything needs power. You need to be able to get more concrete, so you have to make concrete factories. It's just, it's like every other city building game where one thing just leads into the other, that leads into the other. So yeah, it tells you to go ahead and make, start up your concrete production. So you have to get sulfur, you have to get your sand, and then a concrete factory, and then some kind of power. So right now it's got me building the concrete factory. Yeah, we'll throw one of those up in there. But we've got sulfur, we have sand, and now we have concrete. Here's my electricity. Put in one of these windmills, and you got to put a little post in there for it to emit the power. It kind of works in regions around these emitters. Alright, so then you just kind of wait until you put that there so that you can please have someplace to store the concrete. Alright, so yeah, we're putting in that concrete factory. Once we put the concrete factory in and we go ahead and we get the warehouse in, we work on to the next. The next thing is putting in some housing. But yeah, you keep building on top of one. The next thing, you need to have oxygen, you need to have water, you need to have iron and copper and different kinds of mines. You have to have a ship that goes from the planet's surface up to their ship in space. So you got to provide power for everything. Then you start working on doing some underground stuff later. You got to add water pipes and oxygen, oil, and methane gas. These are just all things that you need to have, for basic living. It's not a bad game. It doesn't get too in depth, but it's not real shallow either. The story is kind of weak, but it's there. The biggest problems I had was the traffic gets really, really out of hand, and then you lose your population, and then everything just kind of snowballs from there. So you have these ups and downs, these constant ups and downs. So until you get these things kind of stabilized. Later on, you could build trains. They have train systems for moving cargo from one side of the map to the other. The map is a pretty good size, and it's not like City Skylines where you have to keep buying new maps at every different level. You get full use of the whole map. You get to use all the space that's there. So all the different now I'm going to go look for aluminum to see about the aluminum ore. And there's iridium and, like I said, copper. There's also for nuclear power later on in the game. There's different materials that you need. And then, of course, you have to do your research to move up the tech tree. There's 4 different layers. There's blue, green, yellow, and then red. So yeah, it's not a bad game. Check it out. And I'll let you watch for a little while as I go together. And otherwise, this is me signing out. Y'all have a wonderful day. And till next time, have fun.